Man, this car looks good on camera. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another detailing video on the E46 ZHP. I promised lots of detailing, so here we go. We're gonna be doing it in small bites. We're not gonna be doing a full detail today, but we are going to be focusing on the wheels of the ZHP. I actually did clean them, and I had a couple of them off because I blew out a tire, so I actually took the time to take the wheels off, detail them. The tire shop put the new tire on, and of course, it has the nasty like tire lubricant. Today we're gonna actually be removing them, cleaning the tires, doing a deep clean, and then I will actually, of course, cleaning the wheels as well as best as we can, clay, Terminator, and removing the old wheel weight nasties, like the old stickies. There's a bunch of that just from the different tires being mounted over the years. And these wheels are not perfect. I'll show you in just a second. But we are actually going to be coating the wheels. All right, I'm going to give you a brief review of these two side wheels. This is of course really brown. These are brand new tires, but they mounted them recently. So that's why they look like this nasty brown color. The rears don't look that way because the rears have been on and I cleaned them. So as you can see, there's a little bit of pitting kind of right there and right there. And right inside there. So I might end up just coating the outside. I don't really know what I've decided yet. There's a lot of spokes on here. They're beautiful wheels. They need a little bit of love. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. And I'll be able to clean out the wheel well, of course, that's what that's called. So AS3 plus tires because, actually Pilot Super Sports or 4Ss would be really kind of sweet on this car because I throw it around a little bit, every once in a while I'm like, ooh, these tires are a little weak. So these are not as new, but they're still pretty good. Got some curb rash. So this car is a true driver's car. It's been driven and it has 114,000 miles. So we're not going for perfection here. You guys got to remember that. Like even these little guys, the wheel lugs, they're kind of rusty looking. We'll have to address that potentially in another video, but I don't want those to prevent just getting the wheel in good shape. So as you can see, the tire looks much blacker than the other tire because it doesn't have that nasty. So we'll take this one off as well, clean out the wheel well. And it looks like we've got a wild animal in the garage. I'm not sure who let this crazy animal in. What are you rolling in dirt? What are you doing? You're literally gonna be cleaning yourself the rest of the day. Come on, man. It'll be super clean once we get Swiss tracks in here, but her feet get really dirty when she walks out here. I don't know if you can tell or not, but she actually kind of likes it out here. I don't know, it's a big room and we're hanging out. All right guys, we got the wheel off. As you saw, I had a hell of a time cleaning up the barrel, or really the whole wheel. I spent way too much time, at least more time than I anticipated, getting the wheel weight stickiness off. The bug and tar remover is good, the sap and tar remover is good. You'll have to do like 5 applications because it's literally every 6 inches there's a stupid amount of residue that has dirt and it's embedded, and it's just this whole thing. So I used a plastic razor blade with that lifted up a bunch of the tar and a bunch of the residue. And Adam's wheel cleaner, which is very, very aggressive, the blue stuff or green stuff now, whatever color it is. But we're gonna clay the wheels before I apply the coating. I wanna say that the wheels are not perfect. Ideally they would be refinished, but I still wanna coat them. I'm still gonna be running them for at least a year probably in the current condition. So I want to make it easier to clean them. And the last step is to clay them. You say, why didn't you just clay them outside? Well, it's 90 degrees and I just don't wanna be outside. So we're not gonna be outside. We're gonna clay them. Adam's car shampoo is in here. All right, I changed my mind. I filled this up with the soapy water. Adam's is nice. Adam's is nice because it doesn't have any weird, it doesn't have any extra glossifiers or anything else. It's just gonna help lubricate. And as I mentioned, there's still a few areas that need to be addressed. These are far from perfect. There's pitting, there's dirt that's embedded that probably won't come up. But that's just the current state that the wheels are in. There's a good example of what it looks like, and that's just part of the barrel. There's some nasty tar in there, and it's just gross. So this is not going to be fun, but it is necessary, unfortunately. All right, so how I stay organized, I'm just going to do the face first, kind of the edge, face, and then we'll move on to each spoke, which is very tedious because it has a lot of spokes. All right guys, we're almost ready to coat the wheels. What you want to do before you coat, as the last step before, CarPro eraser, anything like an isopropyl alcohol or an isopropyl alcohol equivalent, which this pretty much is. I spray the towel down and then I just do a final wipe of the wheel. This gets up any remaining crud and it absorbs any sort of oils that might be remaining, which there probably shouldn't be. But with these old wheels, there could be anything. So as you can see, I actually still picked up some dirt. I actually already wiped the whole wheel down. I forgot to film that, but it's just a similar procedure. And then for the spokes, which is a huge pain, I actually slid this between, and then we go to the left and we go to the right. Big pain, but it'll be worth it. So once again, these wheels are far from perfect, but they do look pretty good, at least from this angle. All right, so let me get the wheel a little closer, you guys. And this is Geon rim, very specific for the rim, well, the wheel. And this applicator we will use. They give you an applicator block, which could be helpful for like the barrel, but we're going to use the individual bottle first. All right, so you definitely want to wear gloves. You don't want to get this stuff in your hands. And what do the directions say? All right, per the directions, you wipe on and then wipe off immediately after application, and then 24 hours, it's fully cured. So if you do it during the middle of the day, just don't drive your car until the middle of the day the next day. So I know that was really difficult to figure out, but I'm going to show you. I'll just do one wheel because obviously it's the same on all of them. So since we're going to do the face of the wheel first, the key is to stay organized, very important. All right, so that's what I used, maybe a little too much, but we're going to start at the top and then we'll go clockwise just because that's easy to remember. So I'm going to do the face, and then this part I'll save this little, actually, yeah, I'll save that little slit for last, the tight little slit. So we'll do the face. See, with the little applicator block, if you were to use the block on this, it would be very difficult to get in these corners, the edges. So, and we're back at 12 o'clock. That's easy to remember. And now we will pull it. This is going to be tricky. And then go this way, I guess. I don't really know. So what I'm going to do is put a little, and then put a little on this side. That way, maybe that will help. Oh yeah, that's my trick. There's your secret trick from a weekend detailer. All right, so what we're gonna do now is the barrel, obviously. But what I'm going to do is go up these areas, and I know it's a little hard to look at because the wheel is so disgusting still, but it just needs to be refinished. A lot of this, any of this nasty like this, it's coming off. The paint is coming off. So the right way would be to get it refinished and then coat it, but you know, we're not doing that. So just want to address it. And we'll go nice and close, put just a tad. I feel like I can never gauge how much to use, but just grab the applicator block and I load it up a little more. There we go. All right, so there we go. Now it says remove. It says remove the coating immediately, so we're gonna cap this because you're not supposed to leave it open for too long. So while we're buffing it off, we'll cap this up. New towel, which will be thrown away. It's been washed once. All right guys, that's gonna do it for coating wheels. I love Geon Rim. 24 hours, don't drive, don't get it wet, and you'll be good to go. So the tires are prepped as well. I will also do a tire dressing as the very last step, but I kind of want the wheel coating to dry without me accidentally touching it with anything. So that's kind of the rationale for waiting on that. Guys, links are in description. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me in the E46. We're gonna be getting the paint in good shape in the next month or so. So I know you guys are kind of waiting on that. Shoot me an email with any questions. I'll see you next time.